Hi there, beautiful, wonderful people. Hi, how you all doing? Thank you so much for coming along to episode 16 of the Atomless. We are really in it now, gamers. The crew have gotten all the way to, are in the midst of wild times. There's a big conspiracy going on with murder and a little murder mystery plot. I wonder who it is. I wonder what's going on. Nobody knows. I am Matthew Webber, Captain Creole. I'll be your space god for this little time. Thank you so much for having me. I stream sometimes. I had a really regular schedule, but unfortunately I don't at the minute because I'm moving to Toronto to be with the CN Tower. I'm really excited for that.
Epcot.
The
Epcot ball.
However, the CN Tower. Yep, the CN Tower isn't the only thing in Toronto. Mo O'Brien, would you like to introduce yourself? You're also in Toronto.
Hello, I'm Momo O'Brien. You can find me everywhere at Momo_O'Brien. I am far too tired today because I stayed up till like 3 a.m. trying to beat Breath of the Wild, and I make content about immersive experiences.
And you, Mo, were at some point in New York, which is where the Empire State Building is, which is another beautiful building. And Dylan, do you want to introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Dylan, and I'm in New York. Is that where that's going?
You understand the bit.
Yeah, I'm in New York. I am Super Dylan everywhere on the internet. I write games, and then I perform in said games, and this is my favorite show on TV.
You have to connect to the bit. You know the bit now. You have to yes and, Dylan.
Television is America's greatest pastime. And in the heart of America is Indianapolis.
I wasn't sure where that was going, but I will allow it.
Thank you.
Hi. My name is Andre. I use he, they pronouns. You can find me at Andre Vera Art on Twitter and on Instagram. You can also find me at andrevera.art, which is my official professional website where you can find my illustration portfolio, as well as all the actual plays I'm on, including the Atomless, Tragedy Theologian, which just got nominated for a fucking Gamers Award for Campaign of the Year.
No way!
So,
no shit!
Redline, Unicorn Hunt, Power Rangers, and now Subdatum, which is in the Die
so
RPG.
Good.
And you can also check out my social media if my commissions are open. Also, I think that the Simon Scott International Orangutan Center at the Indianapolis Zoo is our best building, so
very nice.
I'm going to posit that. Now, just a few leagues north of Indianapolis, back to bring it full circle, back around to Canada, is the lovely city of Ontario.
Keep going!
I'm trying to make Norton as mad as possible. I've been doing a very good job of it these past few days.
Oh, the beautiful city of Ontario.
The beautiful city of Ontario. Which is where Norton lives. In the city of Ontario. I love you, Norton, so much. Don't kill me.
That's the capital, right? The city of Ontario.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Nordine Likadir, and from now on, I live in fucking Halloween Town.
Spirit Halloween, yeah.
You can find me online at Werewolf Fields. I'm a tabletop consultant, writer, TTRPG aficionado, and you can also find me shortly on Roll For It, where I'll be on a witches and spellcraft game called Grimrose Academy.
Ooh.
If that comes as a surprise to you, believe me, it comes as a surprise to me too. I'm super excited. Other places you can find me, well, I'm always in the podcast world. You can check out Missing Annie Lee, for which I was recently nominated for an award for.
Let's
No
go.
way.
Award winners in this call is
Nominated.
Award nominated. Nominated. Yeah.
Don't say I won something yet. I'm scared.
I know. It slipped on my mind. I just have so much faith.
No, it's okay. You're good. And you can, of course, find me here in the Atomless. But that's enough about this planet. Let's go over to a different one. Home of zoos aplenty, large constructs called the Raven's Roost, and sitting inside a boardroom, I imagine, somewhere in our beautiful galaxy, is the next scene.
That's it. That was the intro. I actually didn't have a monologue for today. It's
Fuck you.
Sure. Do you guys want to go and fly some into space?
Space.
Okay, no.
Previously on the Atomless.
Azhaam, he.
Ayg. She.
My name is Theriac.
What's up? My name's Skye. Welcome to the patchwork, my dudes.
Everyone, welcome to Wild Times.
You are trying to merchandise the organisms, the specimens?
Sometimes foundations need to change for something to grow. Do you ever think that your foundations just don't fit anymore? You see Lorik, who is one of the board members. Thank God. I didn't know if you'd be here in time. I don't know what is happening to the park, but things are weird. I don't think Kiskak went on holiday at all. Theriac! I hope your holiday was good.
Wild, it's good to see you again.
They turn this screen around. There is a short email that leads to a picture. It's from an unknown email address. Has the words bounty alive 500,000 credits. And below is a picture, and is a picture of Ayg. Feed leans up against the separator between and this large, hulking, armored creature. The separator, poof, falls down, and she falls in. This large, hulking bear charges over to her and clamps its jaws down on her head. Hello everyone, breaking news, horrifying scenes here at Wild Times, disturbing scenes here at Wild Times. Hello there is some scary times at Wild Times. Today's story is straight out of a horror novel. Wild Times spokesperson Feed fell into a wallopy den whilst showing a guest around a park, causing her to be eaten by said wallopede. Official word from Wild Times claimed that it was because of an electrical fire that caused the shielding to fail. We're going to be expanding on the story as it develops. We see the screen turn off. Hilo Lepore turns in the boardroom in Raven's Roost, joined by Lynn, Saminsel, and Theriac, as they all watch the news unfold. It has been 2 days since Feed's demise, and this system is abound of stories. It has captured the news cycle quite heavily. Hilo rubs his face, making sure to iron out any wrinkles that they may be developing. The electrical fire story seems to be holding up. We've put a gag order on the engineers, so we know that this story won't go anywhere. The press are having their time. 2 more days. That's all we'll have to deal with. Saminsel, the Castasha, 4-armed, dressed in this very clean white suit. Little lights flicker on them as they have augmented quite a lot of their body, including their head. Their long head ends quite early, and a fish tank replaced it. Fish swim around, unaware. Why a walloped would attack is beyond me. Aren't they supposed to be neutered? Turns to Lynn. Lynn, in a scruffed science coat. Are you blaming me for this? It was your shoddy technology that made the feds die in the first place. I had to check the electronics, and I had other people check them numerous times, and the fence was fully functional. My electronics are running this whole park, and you are supposed to keep animals in check. And where the fuck is Lorik? Why has Kizkak not contacted us? Do you honestly believe that your secret meetings have been just secret? Or do you think that maybe they may have learned too much? I'm sorry, are you blaming me? Are you saying that I had something to do with the death of these of Feed? Lorik is just gone. Do you possibly believe that it's Lorik who has left and Kizkak has just gone on holiday and they're just not contacting us? Clearly something is more. There is a of the doors. A slightly more heavy set man walks in. Little safari top with the Wild Times logo on it. Little shorts, again with the Wild Times logo. All right, everyone, settle down. You can hear your baby squabbling all the way up to the penthouse. Sit down, start acting like adults. Right, what's going on? Theriac, explain.
Within the past 48 hours, we have lost another member of the board. Feed was mauled by a wallopede and after they fell into the exhibit.
Yeah,
we do not understand how the fencing fell apart. They should be force fielded, they should be electrified. There is no reason why the physical barrier should have been removed. But it happened.
I had nothing to do with this, okay? Sometimes
I was not finished. There's been no word back on Kizkak. And we have found Lorik's body
there are
on
gasps.
site.
Wait, so Lorik is also. When did this happen?
His body was found, I want to say 36 hours ago. We wanted to double check in the morgue that it was Lorik and not an imposter or a clone or a duplicate or anything like that.
It's curious. You've been here 4 days and you're just now telling us that Lorik just so happened to turn up and Feed has also died. I don't know.
So
I don't think we.
As soon as I come back, the pin is on me. I understand this hypothesis. Why don't we test this hypothesis? We are all scientists here to some degree.
I mean, I can do it. How would you explain you coming back and 2 of the board members dying? You ran off for 2 weeks? Nobody knows where you went. You turn up in a junker ship with a bunch of vagabonds, and now people start dying. I don't know. I think I think your conscience is finally catching up to you, Theriac. I think that the things that you've been doing here, the fact that your power isn't what it was, you want that back. And I think you're trying to get rid of us all. Now, settle down, Hilo, for fuck's sake. Theriac, you have anything to say for that?
I am very quickly ready to debunk your theory. Mr. Wilde, I would like you to bar all executive board members from leaving this room. I want this room guarded fully.
Oh, we have work to do today.
And I do not want anyone to leave this room, including myself.
I'm not getting trapped here with a possible fucking murderer. That seems a bit far-fetched. I think that we can all return to our rooms, and I think that'll be quite enough.
In here! Theriac fully jumps on the table. I will not be pushed aside again. You want answers? You want solutions? We play the game. We sit down and we wait for this all to cool over. You are so quick to champion the waiting game. Well, then let's wait. Let us wait until every one of us is dead and rotting in the ground. And then everything will be fixed. Is that what you want? Is that it? Answer me!
We'll play your game.
Anything happens, it's up to Wild. Wild owns this place. It started out as his project. And if one of us is the problem, we're going to sit in here and do nothing. Mr. Wilde? Is that something within your capability of doing to the fullest extent?
I'll believe it is, Doctor.
Prepare for meals to be sent in twice a day for each of us. Our dietary needs have been listed.
Wild stands and goes toward the door. And goes, whoa. Who's to say that Mr. Wild has nothing to do with that? He just sits on his ass all day, and I think we know where his allegiances lie. What's to say that it's not him taking us all out?
Theriac turns to Wild.
Could be me.
As much as I would love for Mr. Wilde to also be sitting in here with us to fully ensure, we do have a park to run. And someone has to take the helm.
Lynn sits down with a huff. Wild nods. I'll tell people to prepare some food.
Thank you.
And Wild walks out. the doors shut. The soft and then one of the glowing lines on the floor. A hologram showing not the normal park mascot, but a hologrammed half humanoid female figure who, by looking at this, you assume is the base form of the park's AI, one that's not here for show.
These doors have been barred.
And you all sit and stare at each other uncomfortably. The rest of you, rest of our patchwork crew. The last 2 days, you have seen Theriac in passing, but there's been a lot to handle and deal with. The TV in their room has almost consistently been on. Skye. The last few nights have been a bit restless in terms of sleep. You keep waking. Your body keeps shifting naturally, coming up before its time. And one day, night, at about 3 a.m., you lay down in your bed. But you wake up a few hours later, and you are stood in a different part of the room. And today, as Theriac locks themselves in a boardroom, you are in the bathroom, washing your hands, and you check the time displayed on the mirror, and it is 10:52 a.m. You stretch your eyes, and as you look into the mirror, you can see that your face has seen worse days, but also way better ones. You splash your face with water, and as you blink at the cold, filtered water, your eyes open to the wall on the other side of the bathroom. Your head rests against the cool of the tiles, and it's almost like you've teleported. It was a blink, and you've moved to the other end of the room. There's a sour, dried taste in your mouth. And you walk back to the mirror, and as you do, you realize that your body aches. And you look at the time, and it's now 11:03 a.m. You seem to have blinked, and 10 minutes went by. What would you like to do?
Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is very, very bad. If there's one thing comic books have taught me, it's that you don't want to be losing any sort of memory when there's a murder mystery happening. It makes you look so bad. I'm gonna take out my communicator, dial a number into it. I'm gonna wait for Flair to answer his dumb little phone.
There's the outgoing and then it hey, oh shit, I didn't expect to hear from you again. How you doing, Stardust? Still
I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna go knock on Ike's door.
enter the living room, and you go over to Ayg. Ayg, how have these past 2 days looked to you?
I have a question that will lean me in one direction or another. Do we have any open line of communication with Theriac, or have they just been off?
Only Andre can answer that, really. You
Andre,
could
what do
definitely
you think?
text. You have each other's numbers.
Right.
You can text Theriac. Theriac has occasionally texted back. No calls.
I is very stressed beyond her baseline of stress, and has like spent the last 2 days fully focusing as much as possible on 2 things. One would be watching and rewatching that footage that she went through and trying to see if anything, just looking for a miracle answer to this problem. And the other would be trying to think of the best and safest way to deal with Skye's chip without doing any more damage. So Skye, I probably looks very sleepless. I imagine there's like some little tufts of fur sticking up in places, and just a little on edge in
Could
general.
you,
Uh-huh.
if you wouldn't mind, give me a... Now, I don't want this to be that, so I will have it be a... Could you give me a perception check roll? This is for going through the footage.
Yes. 12?
Okay. You have been overly focused on this one almost starting point that you have, that you found of Lynn speaking to Kizkak. And although throughout this day and a few more days, you've very briefly skimmed, you have yet to find anything else. But there's just something in the back of your mind that you know there is something else on this that you can find that might be a thread that the 4 of you, Ayg, Azhaam, Skye, Scrap, can follow. But you have yet to find it. A little weird little meta half character thing. But anyway, there you go. Skye knocks on the door.
Oh, come in.
I need you. Oh, you look so stressed out. Are you okay?
I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, I don't know if I believe that. Have you been sleeping okay?
I don't want to lie to you, so I don't know how to answer that. Everything's fine though. It's going to be fine. How are you feeling? Are you okay? How's your head?
Me? Yeah, nothing to worry about. I actually was just popping in real quick because I've been thinking. You asked me like 3 times if I wanted to talk about it, and I thought that was kind of weird and unlike you to be poking and prodding. So I got thinking, and I was just wondering if you wanted to talk about it. And that was just your way of asking.
Well, I suppose in a way, it's just that I want to be able to do something to help, and I'm not sure what exactly is the right way to do that. So I suppose I was just poking to see if that was something you needed. I just want to make sure you know that, you know, we care about you and want you to be okay. It doesn't mean you have to talk about it.
I've been pretty self-sufficient my whole life. I don't know if it's been the same for you. So, if I just wanted to let you know that if you ever wanted to talk about your experience with it, that I'm all ears, and you don't have to dress it up like you're trying to help me if you want.
When I think about it, what bothers me is I am not quite sure how much of what that memory was real, or how much of it was what I'm worried might be real. So but I haven't had a lot of time to be worried about that the last few days. So
We are talking about you potentially killing somebody, right? Because that's what I'm talking about.
there are so many things I'm stressed about. I forgot about that for a moment. But yeah. that too. But actually, I did talk to Dr. Theriac about it. And while I still don't like that it happened, they, in their way that they do, have sort of eased that worry just a little bit. So that's not so bad.
Okay. Can I get you water?
Well,
Drugs?
oh, Skye. No, I'm quite good. I've been sitting and thinking about what to do about the chip. Have you thought about calling that boy?
No, don't worry about that for now. You have enough on your plate to deal with. That doesn't need to be one of them. I am gonna go get you some water, gonna go grab Azhaam, and we will discuss a plan. That sound good?
Sure. Yes.
All right, I will be right back.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go to the kitchen, gonna get a glass of water, gonna knock on Azhaam's door or couch or whatever his sleeping situation is.
What
Just knocking on his head.
What does Azhaam's last few days look like?
Pretty uneventful. Azam's felt mostly alone. Because, there's not been much inter-party interaction, and unfortunately for him, they're the only people he ever talks to. Because he doesn't have family anymore, really. So he's been giving people their space, been mostly sticking to... Because I do remember that the captain's quarters were given to him recently. So he's been staying in the patchwork a lot, praying a little bit, but again, quietly so no one would notice. He has the news on in the background. So just like Theriac, actually, the television has been on, and he has seen everything. But he's kept his opinions to himself. He doesn't speak unless spoken to. And I think there's his eyes are a little... Just around the corners of his eyes, they've gone a bit black because he's had some sleepless nights.
The fact that you have traveled back to the gateway to get on patchwork is quite fun because you are not alone on the patchwork. Scrap has been fiddling around with small parts. They, for similar reasons, left and traveled up. And in one quite loud morning, has seemingly been gutting the like rec room area with the fabricator and immersion heater and things like that, taking all of the kitchen appliances out and then pulling them to outside of the ship and then messing around with minor appliances. With one quite loud bang as he pulls the like cooling fridge unit and then just pushes it off the side of the ramp. It makes a loud crash to the ground, and he turns, knowing that you're there, but neither of you have like spoken. Really, you've left each other to each other. There's a oh, my bad, sorry.
You want some help, or you're gonna be okay by yourself?
Well, I just thought this place needed a bit of an upgrade.
Upgrade? Yeah.
So
It's forgive me for denigrating your home, but it's a bit falling apart, isn't it?
it's your home too. For the time being.
Is it?
For the time being.
I suppose so. Where do you want all this? Junk?
I want these appliances just off the ship. I got a scrapper coming by later to pick out all the things that we're not going to put back in the ship, and the Gateway has a pretty good, I don't know, Wild Times has teamed up with Hermoid Tech in a pretty big way, and there's a lot of minor ship upgrades that I'm toying with. I spent most of my cut on the selling of the Leviathan's Eye junk to get us a few little knickknacks, but just things that I thought would make the place a little more active.
New hydrator would be nice. It is kind of arid.
Yeah, got one of those, and I don't know, I don't like the fabricator anymore, so that's going, and we're kind of fitting in a whole actual kitchen. I've organized part of the storage unit downstairs into, instead of just like the packs of reheatables, actual, produce that we can keep and hold and then kind of cook meals. I thought it'd be better.
Why don't you put up some garden walls? For herbs and such.
That is a good idea. I actually didn't think of that. Well, because mainly, it's gonna sound, it sounds stupid now, but, I bought a lot of baking goods. I figured if you're gonna be on the ship, you might as well be useful. So, we can have a baker. For a little bit. You wanted to be one. And this ship's already got a captain, so unfortunately you can't be that.
I never have suggested that. If I want to be captain.
Well, the first time you stepped foot on the ship, you picked the captain's chair. Or the chair that was a captain chair or an old Valkyrie class.
Well, to be fair, I picked a folding chair first.
No, but you wanted to pick the captain's chair. Or rather, you naturally went to the captain's chair. And then went to the folding one. So, anyway. Thought it'd be good for the team. We can have,
The captain's chair is any chair you're sitting in.
Oh, not forever. Maybe. I don't really see myself as, like, part of the core unit,
I wholly disagree. Whenever we need advice, who do we run to?
You. Or
No.
Theriac.
Whenever we need comfort, who do we run to?
Ayg.
Ayg.
Yeah.
I go to Ayg if I really need a panic attack.
Yeah. I go to Skye for that normally, so we have really all the quadrants covered in a crew.
You're important to us. And not just because you fly a ship. You're something more than that. You're family to people on the ship.
Oh yeah, to people on the ship. But as a pretty important person on the ship that doesn't find this place home.
Rap, you never had your home taken from you. Not the way I have. It's impossible to ever truly accept any place as home until I can't let go. I haven't been able to, I keep trying. It's home. Anyway, let me help you get all these things out. And I just start lifting appliances willy-nilly.
Yeah, just like, you're way stronger than Scrap. As you are carrying things off, Skye, knowing now that Azhaam is on the gateway, which is Idun's moon, are you going to take the trip up? It's like, think of it as there's like a Disney shuttle bus that goes from Wild Times to the gateway. Yes, there's a Disney shuttle bus, but for interplanetary travel. Not interplanetary, but just to the moon and back.
Oh, that doesn't seem like a good idea if I'm constantly blacking out. Okay. We're gonna Moon Knight this, and I'm gonna take maybe some tea towels from the kitchen, and I'm gonna tie my legs to a chair and put it under my pants so I can't see. Do I think this plan will go swimmingly? Hell no. But it's what I can think of right now, and I'm going to call Azhaam.
This is how can I help?
Oh, well, I don't know. This is Skye. Nice to be speaking with you. Okay, I can't waste any time. I'm blacking out at random points, and time is skipping, and I have no recollection of it. And I'm gonna fill you in real quick. I have a chip inside my brain that Void put in there, and Ayg thinks it's been messed with. But oh my, she looks like she has 6 hangovers at once right now, and I don't want to stress her out with this. So
Skye, I put you in speaker in front of Scrap.
God, why?
Oh,
Why would you
no.
immediately put me on speaker in front of somebody, Azhaam? We gotta work on your phone etiquette.
My hands are full with it. What is this?
Communicator.
Dishwasher?
Oh, that? Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be a dishwasher, but we didn't know how to use it, so it's been a
Okay, so what your problem is that you think you're blacking out. You think the chip might be malfunctioning.
Something like that? I don't know. My problem is that I can't solve this problem on my own because I have no recollection of hours of time going by.
Hours? You're missing hours? Is it
Missing
getting worse?
hours! So long.
Is it... Okay, does it start off by minutes and get worse, or is it random?
Let me think about it, Space God. Did it just start today?
No. It's been the last. You've had 2 nights where you've woken up in the middle of the night and been stood. And today is the first time that's happened when you're awake, but only 10 minutes went by.
Only 10. I thought it was like 10 to 11. Okay.
It was 10:52 to 11. I appreciate that I picked a annoying time.
No, okay, so it's only been like 10 minutes. I'm just being dramatic. But it started, I thought I was just sleepwalking, but when I was in the hospital, I woke up and thought I saw someone in my room, and then they disappeared. I just thought it might have been a sleep paralysis thing, but I think I'm losing my marbles. I'm tied to a chair right now.
It could be after effects from the corruption of this. You need to talk to Theriac. He'll probably understand it all.
Sorry, as the person who disabled your chip, are you saying that Ayg said that someone is, there's something inside of the mechanism?
Yeah, I asked Ayg to dig in there just to see if it had been messed with, and she said that she saw some sort of alteration, and she seemed to hate every second of it, and I don't want to ask her to do it again, but I recognize that we have a murderer on the loose, and if somebody asks me questions and I say, oh, well, I don't remember 10 minutes at a time, that's going to look real bad for me, and I can't have 2 reasons to go to space jail on my head. I can't handle that.
Skye, honest question, no judgment. Do you think you're a murderer?
I know I'm a murderer, son!
No, I mean the murderer. It's my accent, hold on. Do you think you are the murderer? Ugh.
I don't know what I've been doing for those 10 minutes.
Well, I can assure you.
Do I think that I could run and murder somebody in 10 minutes? No. But if that space of time gets longer, it's going to be harder for me to come up with alibis if I don't know what my alibi was, you know?
It's also possible you've been doing it while you've been asleep. But
I didn't even consider that.
Sorry, Skye. You're not the murderer, I can assure you of that. This stuff has been too well planned out. So,
oh, thanks.
No, for a sleepwalking person, it's been a bit too planned out.
Yeah.
No matter how smart you are, none of us are smart when we're sleepwalking. Oof, okay, so we cannot go back to the hospital, because if we go back to hospital, you're gonna... Yeah.
When did these start, these blackouts? Have they been on since the Heth thing?
Or since the slugs thing?
It was the slugs thing, right?
The slugs
Space
thing.
God.
Yeah, it's been
The slugs.
yeah.
The slugs thing, and it started with just sleepwalking symptoms, but this is the first time that it's happened while I'm awake. I'm going to try and solve my own problem as much as I feasibly can. I just wanted to let somebody else know so that if I look like I completely black out or start speaking gibberish or something, that somebody else is aware and can make sure that I don't put myself in a bad situation when I'm not fully conscious.
Can I do a medicine check of some kind?
Absolutely. Yes. I'm actually going to
Thank you.
also do that as little rat.
You might do better than me. I forget what the rat does.
Like it's an 11.
21.
Oh, there you go. The blacking out thing is obviously very concerning, but the chip seems weird. The slug is an organic being, and worming its way into like a mechanical chip seems like something it wouldn't do. But the blacking out through medicine, Skye did leave the hospital early and didn't use IV stuff and was fully, completely not here for a little bit. So they might be connected.
Okay, Skye, here's what I need you to do. I want you to set up a camera. Untie yourself for a little bit. I want you to find a camera so we can monitor you, and I want you to get a heart monitor.
Where am I going to get a heart monitor? Do you think
Skye, you're a
Theriac...
mechanic. You can build one.
Yeah, but what if I black out before it's finished being built or something? I need materials, dude.
I got some stuff. I got some stuff in the basement. I can easily whip up a heart monitor, no trouble.
Oh, right. I will bring you one. Just set up a camera.
Okay.
All right. And tell Ayg to keep an eye on you.
Okay, I really don't want to stretch. She. Okay.
Do you want me to be honest? I don't think Ayg should be left alone right now.
Why?
She's been going through a lot, and now Theriac is going through a lot. It's just, for a person who doesn't develop as many relationships, Ayg being disconnected from people doesn't seem like a good idea.
I mean, okay. Does she really need to be connected to people that require her services, though?
Don't tell her you need services. Just tell her that you want to have a friend around. I'll show up soon. I just have to take this shuttle bus thing.
Okay. Alright, thank you.
No problem. Call if you need anything else, and I'll promise not to put you on speaker this time.
Thank you. Okay, bye. See you
Bye.
soon. Oop.
Bye.
Bye.
Hang up.
Okay, I'm gonna untie myself and I'm gonna go see Ayg again.
Azhaam, are you gonna get on the shuttle and go back toward Raven's Roost?
First, I'm going to text Theriac, and I'm going to say, I need you to send me something I can use to keep someone unconscious if necessary. And then I'm going to take the shuttle bus.
Azhaam. I cannot personally deliver the necessary supplies that you require. However, there should be plenty of anesthetics within my laboratory, should you acquire them. I will be unavailable for an undisclosed amount of time. Good luck. Happy hunting. Theriac.
Stop by the laboratory on the way.
As you take the shuttle down to the gateway and gather the things you need, the energy in the boardroom is dreadful. It is so thick, it feels like you can't move. Every small shift of your body, any creak of the roots, your roots as you move, sound like they echo into everyone's ears, and you can feel that everyone feels this as well. Well, Elolapor says, if we are to wait here, surely we should do something useful.
What would you suggest?
What about all those detective shows and novels? Are we to be interviewed? You've locked us in a room. What do you suggest we do? What was your scientific method that you were so sure about? You seem like a big old leader, co-founder of the park in front of Wild.
My original idea for this experiment was for us to simply wait. But since you've posited it, I would be very glad to ask some questions to our participants. Theriac, out of their lab coat, pulls out an injector.
Oh, my apologies, you go.
And I do want you to be honest.
People push themselves back in their chairs. Lynn in particular is like, whoa. I'm not getting injected with anything.
Oh, Lynn, let's start with you. Tell me more about this raccoon.
Why the fuck are we starting with me?
Because you spoke first.
Listen, I know you have fun with. I know you've been out of the game for a little bit, and you haven't probed anything's brain in a while. But we are people here. We're not just your fucking animals.
Oh, okay. I see. So where do you draw the line?
When is
Oh, it's not
ridiculous.
such a simple question, is it?
When a
when you
thing
give-
has sentience, when it could think and it could understand, not animals, not the things that are on the planet.
Of course not. But as soon as you give a raccoon the ability to speak and perform actions, suddenly you have to consider its sentience.
It's not. It's a recorded message just spoken. Fuck.
Oh, no, continue. A recorded message. Now, how is it able to speak a recorded message? It is a raccoon. Raccoons do not have the best anatomy for being able to speak the common tongue.
Lynn, what the fuck are they talking about? Okay.
Oh!
Alright.
So Helio didn't know either.
Alright. Saminsel wanted to make the park more interesting with Kiskak. Oh, here we go. No. You're not going to throw me into...
Lynn, please continue.
Before, we had the idea of making the digital animals up on Gateway, and before we uploaded Vidha, the park's AI, Kiskak approached me with Saminsel and suggested that the animals do the talking. And they just give information about themselves. There's no line between the teacher and the animal. So, we did a test. And we biohacked just a raccoon. But we, just with some test lines, we used your interviews. And the animals were just supposed to just spurt facts about themselves when you go up, and the raccoon was a test, and we used your voice clips and lines that you've done in interviews, but it just didn't work. The raccoon could only say one thing, and it gained very small sentience. It was pathetic, honestly. But we kept it around to see if anything improved, and it didn't.
How is it able to speak?
I gave it a small robotic voice box. But it didn't work. It was there, and you know, the staff team, they grew attached to it. It just sweeps up pathetically, but it was fine. We didn't want to dispose of it.
Theriac has a fucking brain blast. Thinks back to the lab of all of the objects, like, coming towards the crystal.
Hmm.
The sweeping. Was that programmed?
No, it was just a minor thing that it did. Raccoons have pretty strong motor functions, but it just swept up. We decided just to let it be a little janitor. But it didn't work. So, you know, we went on to another plan that was a little better. Or the current plan, rather, which is just upload the information into the park. The park's AI. And now little projects of animals come round. It wasn't my call. It was Saminsel's. Saminsel said it. Oh, I just thought we could marry technology, and we could also marry the animals together and increase the experience of the park. That's all. But this isn't anything. This is a thing. I would have come out and said this. If you gave this, if you asked me, Theriac, I would have told you immediately. But no, this isn't one of This isn't one of Lynn's secret meetings. He's always going on them. He was speaking to Lorik and Kiskak, and was speaking to Kiskak, but not about this, about other things that they were doing.
You've been speaking to Kiskak.
I was. Because we were friends, I spoke to Kiskak. I spoke to Kiskak before they went on holiday. I got an email saying I'm going on holiday.
Oh, so you got Kiskak's email?
Yeah, of course. Everyone did. It's all in the inbox.
Uh-huh. So why didn't anyone receive my email when I sent that out?
I don't know. But no one received it. Right? No one received it. We're not even sure that you sent it at all. How about this, Theriac? Question for question. What have you been doing these past few weeks?
First, as stated within the email, that no one got, went to Leviathan's Eye to collect a specimen, the specimen being the slugs that I brought into the laboratory. After that, the crew and I flew to Saga, the lower decks. You may remember that we in fact have an upcoming exhibit about the wildlife of Saga. Is that bizarre to you? That I might do research on site for our upcoming exhibit? The ecosystem to Saga is very particular. And if we are going to host species from that particular biome, I want to make sure that they are comfortable and well taken care of. After that, we made our way back to Wild Times on Adu.
This is all very... I don't know, I don't know if anyone else is getting the impression, but I am correct. Nobody got the email. And then you went on a second trip. You didn't just go on one. You went to a trip... What you said Leviathan's Eye you went to?
Correct.
The destroyed theme park? The one that was the prime theme park of the Acer solar system? And we were second. Before. Are you sure you didn't have any plans there?
What sort of plans would I have besides going to collect a specimen?
I don't know. Maybe you orchestrated it flying into the asteroid field.
You think that I could control an asteroid?
You did this? People are disappearing in weird ways.
I cannot control objects in the cosmic space field. I am a Raxolite.
I just think it's interesting as well.
It's interesting what you imagine I'm capable of.
Maybe it's a cover-up. We do cover-ups here. Everyone is thinking that the field that went down was just a small electrical fire. Maybe you did a news story spin on that. Maybe it's not as cut and dry as you believe. You say that you send all of your money to conservation efforts? Where?
I will show you my bank account and all of my monthly donation.
Okay, well, who wants to take the next turn on this fun ride that Theriac has us going round on? I'm happy to do it. I can do it. Hit, you know. Ask away. Ask a question. I have nothing to hide.
Nothing to hide. Tell me about the Adventurers Pack. And tell me about the Heth inclusion.
The Adventurers Pack was Feed's idea. A way to get investors in. A way to get the upper echelon of people into this park, giving us money, helping this park run, helping new exhibits. And the way we did it is we would take animals that people weren't that interested in, move them to... started in the other side of the dune. A lot of the times takes place on the other side of a dune, but we moved to another system. We let those animals free, and the people who pay a lot of money come down, give us a lot of money.
Now, this merchandising idea, as you call it, of selling shrunken down live animals to our guests.
Oh. Yeah, listen, you caught me with that. I don't know. We did.
I wasn't asking you, Lynn. I wasn't asking about the scientific process of it. I wasn't asking about the biohacking of it. I'm asking about the financials. I'm asking about why the investors were so interested in that.
Theriac, people have hunted animals since we were birthed. It's a thing that people want. Our animals give the people a sense of safety. We can have them hunt the greatest horrors that Adun has, but they are not as violent, not as strong as they once were.
Your idea is to not allow them to hunt the creatures, but simply to poach them. Is that correct?
That's what hunting is. The animals are already biohacked. We take them out and we release them. They can't be integrated back into the wild easily. It's a way to make money. And it was Feed's idea, to be fair. I just moved some things around. Lorik funded it. Lorik was the money man. Lorik funded all of this.
Oh, Lorik funded it.
Lorik used Wild Times funds to help kickstart, and then other people came in. Like the ray that Lynn was working on. But we've made money back 10, 20 times.
I don't care about money! Do you understand? This is the entire point. The entire point was that this was about conservation. This was about maintaining the natural order. The balance! And now look. Look. And points to the replayed clip from the newsreel. Our park is in fucking chaos. Because of you. Because you, all of you, only care about money. You cannot see past your next pay stub, can you? All you think about are investors and ticket sales
The park.
and memberships and merchandising. I understand that we need money to operate.
Theriac,
I'm
the
done.
park is in.
What I'm saying is, you were so quick to ensure we had funding, you forgot what the funding was for. This was meant to be an Eden. A sanctuary. And now it has become my hell. Pull your heads out of whatever orifice you use to defecate.
That stony silence falls back across the room.
Your first meal is here.
Says the AI from behind.
Who's ready for lunch?
Azhaam, you arrive in Theriac's room. Ayg, Skye, you are there as well, as far as I'm aware. You all.
Can I say they walk in on Skye with her phone leaned up against a wall or something, so it's filming her and Ayg. And if it's agreeable to you, Super Dylan, they're playing the Chubby Bunny game as an excuse to be filming themselves. So they've taken vegan marshmallows from Theriac's kitchen or something.
Sure.
She's like, I got an idea that might help unstress you.
Ayg is
Winning.
so superior at this game because she's got expandable cheeks. So when you all walk in, when you both walk in,
I think it's just me.
cheeks. Oh, it's just
Scrap.
Azhaam or Azhaam and Scrap.
Just Azhaam. Scrap
Just
is
Azhaam.
still on Patrick.
Azhaam, when you walk in, like Ayg's cheeks are like out to here, and she just like turns to you and smiles, and there's just marshmallows. Like
Please tell me this is a game of some kind. Oh, good, good. I was wondering if it was another symptom.
I don't even like marshmallows.
they're pretty good.
I find it very weird. Marshmallows tend to melt around me very easily. I have brought a heart monitor fresh from Scrap, so we can monitor your rate. And I've also brought this. And I take out a small selection of syringes and needles.
What are those for?
What is that for, Azhaam?
For anesthetics. If we want to test this out, we could induce sleep upon you and see what happens.
Oh,
Ooh.
no, we cannot.
Right.
I would not do anything without your consent, to be clear.
Skye?
That's why I brought it out. Otherwise, I could have just pricked you from behind or something.
You could try.
Skye, you're not the only one here who's a bit tricky. But no tricks. It's on table.
Okay. Wait, what? Marshmallows like just out of her mouth. Just like,
You two know you can swallow those, right?
well, later, maybe. Somebody explain.
It's nothing to worry about. Just
You
a small
didn't-
little symptom. that Azhaam is helping me with, so you don't gotta stress about it. I am losing chunks of memory.
Oh,
There's little blackouts here and there.
Little blackouts here and there. It's
Little baby
probably
blackouts.
normal.
Oh
Little
yeah.
baby blackouts.
Skye. I like turns to Skye and like hands clasped on the table. Skye, you do. I want to be very clear about something. I am very stressed out. I am very nervous. But that's all because of my things. You can. I'm not going to lose my head over this. We have to fix what's going on.
I know, but I already hate being in a scenario where I cannot fix it on my own. So if I'm gonna enlist help, I'm going to somebody with a slightly shorter list and slightly smaller bags under their eyes. I do also hate that Azhaam has bags under his eyes, though.
Well, not bags. I just flake off some of the little crusties.
Well, what if we just do it together so that nobody's doing anything on their own?
Speaking of which, has anyone talked with Theriac for a while?
Oh,
Do we as characters know the bananas plan that
Nope.
they are?
Nope.
No.
What did they say they were going
oh
to
yeah,
do?
good question.
The Theriac had a meeting today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
they're meeting.
Yeah,
Their
then-
meeting is going longer than I thought it would. It's like already lunchtime, right?
If I know Theriac, they've done something incredibly stupid.
Well,
We should maybe be a little bit more worried about this since the board members are dropping like flies and we know for a fact that somebody is targeting Theriac. Maybe we should call them.
I tried, but they'll only respond to a text, and their text said, well, I'll be busy, and don't call back. I think what we can do is probably wait for next time to get food or something, and just grab their delivery people and replace them.
Nah, dude, if they're only answering in text, we need to hear the sound of their voice because anybody could be sending texts. Lower decks.
Or, alternatively, Boardroom probably has cameras. Ayg.
oh, well, maybe let's just try and get through to them first. I
I've
don't
set up the heart monitor.
I don't really want to spy on them. I just want to check in and make sure they're.
It's not spying. I mean, they probably want their privacy. All we want to know is that they're okay. It's
Okay.
just checking in on a friend without alerting them, so they don't think we're just intruding.
I'm gonna text Theriac. Pick up. It is an emergency. And then I'm going to call them.
Theriac? You get a
Yes.
call,
You get a text and a call.
a text,
A text and then
and
a
then
call.
a call.
Before answering the call, since you all are so curious about my crew. Hello, Skye. You are on speaker.
Why? Why does this keep happening?
The board was very interested in the crew.
Oh.
Oh,
You remember? You said you wanted to work here, didn't you?
I technically do. I'm on contract.
Why are you calling?
I just wanted to make sure you weren't in a hostage situation, which is a little harder to confirm now that I am on speakerphone.
I'm slowly like tying another like towel over their chest, over Skye's chest, to hold her back in the chair, because I know you're tied it down. You're tying yourself down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is something akin to that.
Tell me if it's too tight.
How much can you tell me while not putting yourself in a bad situation?
I've got it under control.
Okay. Is there anything we can do to assist you?
Please do not come up.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
assuming
we can
Theriac-
do that.
Theriac's on speaker as well.
Yeah.
Theriac, I don't know what clever idea you've come up with, but you are being targeted along with the rest of the people in that room.
I understand.
Do you have enough security?
I do. I had Mr. Wild in charge of that.
One more question, if you would indulge me. Why are you being so aggressively calm right now?
There is a lot going on right now.
So talk about it.
All of these people in this room have been making my life a pit.
Fucking ridiculous.
And I'm trying to get answers out of them. And the calm, rational way has not been working. So I had to change how I run the experiment.
You haven't trapped people in there to keep them safe, have you?
It's multi-purpose.
Tell you what.
Here. Yuck. Dr. Theriac?
Yes, Ayg.
Just
Shit! Fuck! Hold on. Out of character, did not say her name.
Okay. Feel
Do
free.
you want to try that line again?
Just
Yes?
just whatever it is that you're doing in there, make sure that you come back to us on the other side of it, okay? 'Cause you are very needed when you're ready.
I have no intentions of leaving the patchwork crew behind.
Theriac, I'm going to say this one time. Don't do anything stupid.
God, I am sick of this holier than thou attitude you got. You know what? Hey, excuse me, hello, friends of Theriac. Do you want to actually help? Do you want to do something useful whilst we're trapped in here answering this absolute loon's questions?
What's the magic word?
Feed's body is still on a dun. If you want to be useful, why don't you look at it? Why don't you check out the actual marks, the bare marks of them? Maybe their memory chip is still in their head. You can deal with something with that. I know the authorities haven't looked at it yet since we put a small choke on them as well.
Starts with a P.
I'm playing your fucking games, Theriac. I don't know
This
why
isn't
you
my
think
game.
this is a joke.
This isn't my game. They're the ones you need to convince.
You have your own people for it, don't you? Why us?
Well, Theriac is currently holding us all hostage, and when it's confirmed of who it isn't, if they don't kill us, and we get set free, then I'm for... You know, you're their friends, you're their closest confidants. If you can confirm it's none of us, then we all go free.
You're saying a lot of words, and I'm just waiting on one.
I'm not gonna... Oh my god, it's please. Please, can you do it? Please, it's
All right,
fucking
yeah, we'll get it
ridiculous. It's
done.
taken too long, okay?
Yeah, it's done. All right, anything else?
No, I don't. Theriac, do you have any wild ideas that your vagabond friends can run around and do?
Vagabonds.
That's makes us sound a little cooler than I.
Makes us sound like we're troublemakers from 200 years ago. All right, are we good? Can we start getting stuff done?
Thank you.
All right, I know Azhaam said to not do anything stupid, but you should totally do stupid stuff. Okay, bye! All right. Are we going to go check out a body?
All right. I think we should actually.
I will untie you, but keep a heart monitor on, okay?
Roger that.
I quickly untie Skye. Does Theriac have a robotic vacuum or something? I look at all the spit-covered marshmallows on the floor.
Biodegradable. It's fine.
Yeah, okay. Come on.
That's my house.
All right.
As you
scoop it
all walk
up.
away, a very sad Roomba leaves its dock and walks toward.
No, I scoop it all up with my hands and just put it in the garbage. The Roomba can take care of the rest.
Theriac, you had something you wanted to say to the board as the three of you go to. You get
one
No.
text
Absolutely.
to Theriac. Trapping them like that is not going to get them to help you or admit any wrongdoing. And I think you know that. And that's it. That's all I say.
Azhaam. As you send that text, it doesn't go through.
I sent a text to Theriac.
Oh, I was... Okay.
Oh, okay.
Anything's fine.
Just anything?
Anything.
Just send a little selfie.
That's the thing you send.
Just see if it goes through.
The selfie
I
does
love
go
you,
through.
Dylan.
It
It does. The selfie does go through.
Now,
Okay.
send this message, and I show Ayg the unsent message.
Azhaam says to say this, and then I'll direct quote it with the quotation marks around it.
And the message doesn't send.
Skye, send this message to Theriac.
Boop, 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 boop.
A little loading. And then boom, of a
Now try.
fade.
You can
Failed.
both try anything else.
I'm going to type it in code, replace some of the letters with numbers and not space things out as such, just so it wouldn't be auto-detected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The message doesn't go through.
I'm going to rush to whatever sort of desk Theriac has, and I'm going to write it on a piece of paper and then take a selfie holding it like...
The message does go through. Azhaam, would you mind re-saying what the message says as this selfie reaches Theriac?
Theriac, trapping those people is not going to help you. Is not going to make them help you. Nor is it going to make them be honest. And I think you know that.
I have a little dash Azhaam down at the bottom. Too, so I don't think Skye's saying it.
Gets the message, smiles. I love my crew.
Oh no! Don't like that.
Is there a reason why they're writing messages in photographs instead of texting me right now?
It shrugs. From all three of them.
Lynn is going through the phone. You've been talking with Kizkak recently, haven't you?
I talked with them before they went on holiday, or what we thought
Plays
was
the
holiday.
clip of them talking the day of Lorik's murder.
That, my apologies, that is not on the day of Lorik's murder.
That's not on the day of Lorik's murder?
Not,
okay.
That is a little while before you arrived. I apologize if that was misconstrued.
Plays it. As a reminder, could you say what?
The camera shows the lab. The lights are low, and the sound is slightly crackled and broken. You see Lynn, his little chihuahua face smiles as he pulls a small, thin, mechanical device back from the camera. Then a Shirin, resembling an earthworm, walks into frame. That Theriac and the board knows as Kizkak. They look dissatisfied and slightly disgusted with the scene ahead as they speak. Is this it? No, this is just the inner workings of the park from a smaller perspective. I don't have long, Lynn. You know that I don't like being down here. Okay, alright. Fine. Lynn bends down and there's a sound of a cage opening. It didn't go as well as I'd hope. Some brains just aren't meant to hold this amount of information or have these functions. I used the park's AI. It was, sorry. After uploading it, it was a little too advanced and it kept refusing to attach, so I don't think it would work, and I think we should just use the park's AI from now on. However, I would like to tell you about something myself and Lorik have been working on. And then, as they walk off and the sound dims of their conversation, you hear the raccoon say, I'm just a little guy. We've covered this, Theriac. You know what that is.
There was something in that betrays something you had spoken. If I'm understanding you correctly. You had told me that you would put a voice box inside of the raccoon.
Well, yeah, I did. That's how it speaks.
You were speaking of artificial intelligence. You do not need artificial intelligence to run a voice box. If it's speaking one line as a test.
It wasn't speaking just one line as a test. It could only speak one line. The artificial intelligence was used later. When you were gone, we had to upgrade. So, after that failed, we decided to upgrade the park so that the AI could also be the animals. And then that's what the AI is. And that's what we uploaded. That's what that meant.
I would like to discuss the rats.
Go ahead, nothing weird there.
There are chips planted in these rats' heads, is that correct?
In some of them, yeah. We have some in the birds as well. Just to see the park inner workings. Imagine a child who wants to see what areas they wouldn't normally.
Where did you
be
get
able
the
to
chip from?
Points to Seminsil. No. Yes. Hermoid Tech did supply the chips, and as they do, all of the technology of the park.
And you are telling me that this is exclusively a chip for recording and not for controlling the creatures?
No, not at all. This is purely for recording purposes. That one is, as far as I'm aware, we have an exclusive deal with Hermoid. You can check. All of the tech comes from there. I didn't implant this, though.
So who did? Lynn?
Yeah, I implanted. I made sure that some of the. I requested it from Lorik. Then Lorik purchased from Hermoid, and I made some of the rats, some of the birds that we found, pigeons, birds of prey, and I made it so that they could record the park's goings on. If something is broken, something is a bit odd, then of course we're going to get that information easier from something that goes in ways that we couldn't possibly imagine.
And is this to do with the recent Heth partnership?
The Heth partnership? We focus here on reducing animals, creatures' aggressive tendencies, so people can look at them in their natural habitat. Lepore, yeah. Kizkek and I were talking. They suggested that what if we could increase it? Sell it to the Heth. People will stop dying. It was a idea to save. There's creatures here that could be used as siege weapons. We could install tanks and cannons on their back, and people's lives would be saved. And the Heth gave us a good deal to use them. You signed off on that. I don't want you forgetting. We asked you, and you said yes. But that doesn't mean, Theriac, that we killed Kizkak for that information, or Lorik, or Feed. Remember why we're here. We're not here to discuss morals.
I'm sorry. Did anyone say Kizkak was dead up to this point?
They are on holiday for this amount of time. We
What
also
did they
thought
go
Lorik
on
was on
holiday?
holiday, but then
Where
you turned
did
up.
they go? Where did they go on holiday?
They just said they were going on holiday.
I gave a specific location to where I was going. in every single vacation absence filing, there needs to be a location placed in order for them to leave. Where did they go?
You can check their filings. I don't know. They said, I'm taking some time off now that the park is open. And everyone said, yes, of course. Of course, that's fine. However, they haven't arrived. Lorik has turned up dead. Feed was killed yesterday. I'm pretty sure we can all make the generalized assumption that Kiskak is dead.
That is a bold claim for someone who was just being spoken to right before they left. And it's just a very bold assumption. Without any supporting evidence that they are.
I think our supporting evidence is the fact that they have not answered messages in that time. They have not said, spoken on Feed's death. It's all over the news. They would have responded. They knew Feed. They liked Feed. Everyone liked Feed. We are getting messages from people that we haven't spoken to in years. I think it's a pretty safe assumption to say. Theriac, I thought you were a genius when we first got here, but I think
But
over
what?
these...
Go ahead. Say it.
You're slipping. Your theory crafting and the pressure of the park is too much for you, and I truly, Theriac, I think you've gone quite mad. And if anyone's in danger here, I think it's the three of us, because you are here. You're pulling out needles. You are getting people who we don't know, who we've never met before. You got off a ship that's not even a Wild Time sanctioned ship. And Theriac, you didn't say you were going on holiday. You just left. The only person who
Send
knows
an email!
that...
And we'll grab Lepore, chuck him out the window.
The sudden burst of noise followed by the deafening silence after the glass cracks and smashes, and from multiple skyscrapers on high, Lepore is thrown out the window. I think we're going to take our break there. It's quite okay. Andre, if you'd like to continue the scene, I'm more than happy to continue it now, if you would not like the break. But I think that's
We can go on break. Do we want to... I want to ask, do we want to call the episode here and then have our next episode, or do you want to have a break?
Okay for a break.
I'm okay for a break. I think we need to find a conclusion before we end this episode.
Okay.
That is a very end of episode scenario, though. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good break moment.
How
too.
wonderful. Well,
how
gang.
much bigger is Lepore than Theriac? I just wanna know how
Lepore is a human, a full-grown human. So
garlic ball chucking his full-grown human at the window.
I mean, to be
I
fair,
love it.
Theriac was on the table. Anyway, enjoy your break. We'll be right back.
We're gonna go have a wonderful break. We're gonna be back in 10 minutes, gang. Holy baloney, eh?
Okay,
We'll be back.
Can I start? Go ahead.
We'll be back in a little icky bicky wood. Do you have a final message before we go on break, hun?
Oh, sure. What the fuck?
Yeah.
We'll be back in a little minute. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Holy. Did you... You all saw... Right?
Oh my god. I pull out my phone. Theriac, just answer. Are you okay? Are you alive?
Which one was that?
As the monorail chugs along, the thing that drew your attention was this loud smashing of glass that drew you all to the side of the window as you see somebody fall. You cannot see the boardroom or the window. But someone falls from Raven's Roost and into the brush below.
Matt, can you help me remember when Flair gave my stuff back to me? He like augmented my goggles or something, or gave me blueprints to augment my
did.
goggle. I'm pretty sure they have like a telescope situation.
They do.
It's either telescope or like night vision now.
They do. They have a
Telescope?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna enhance.
Give me a perception, please.
24.
Although they have fallen into the brush, the area below Raven's Roost is mostly clear, and you can see the now finally crumpled suit of Hilo Lepore. You don't recognize his face or much of his body, but you know it's not Lynn, you know it's not Theriac, and you know it's not Saminsel. If it came from the board,
Lepore.
you can make logical steps there, yeah?
It's not Theriac. I'm pretty sure it's Lepore.
Doctor.
Can I look up to the boardroom and see if I can see anything?
You are in a place where, because the Raven's Roost is a dome, and you are on almost the other side, you cannot see the boardroom or anything. It's past the curve of this large sphere that floats over Wild Times. You saw the body fall down, but you cannot see the room.
I can't see what's going on in the boardroom.
Okay, well, clearly they're not okay.
Ayg. Cameras. Hack into them.
I'm actually going to, and I take my phone, and this is an emergency. I need you to show me, that Dr. Theriac is okay. Please. And I want to try to get the phone to, like, connect Theriac's camera. Like as though we were on a video call.
Give me a computers.
Okay. God. 22.
Theriac, where is your phone?
Theriac's phone is currently in their lap pocket. Not like out in the open. So you can't see anything. But you would be able to hear.
Okay, I've got them. They're I think I'm in their pocket, but they're okay, or they're alive.
If you guys give me permission, I can fly up there right now.
Do it.
Okay, I'm gonna. Is there like an emergency exit I can kick open dramatically?
Sure.
I pull the emergency stop.
The monorail to a stop.
Okay, I'm gonna climb out the hatch of the roof, which I'm assuming there's a hatch in a roof, like a school bus.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna kickflip my board and zoom up to the now broken window of the boardroom.
You see.
Oh.
Oh,
I
go ahead.
was
Go
going
ahead.
to
Go ahead.
add
Go
in a
ahead.
little. Would you mind at all, Skye, if you gave me a will save?
12.
For the record, I do have Skye's heart monitor set on alert on my phone.
Mhm.
So if
Ooh,
something
that's fun.
happens-
Oh, dramatic. Love it.
As you kickflip on your board and begin to fly out, something sparks in your head. And as you are riding, your board fails. And you can't seem to get it to work.
Crap, 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 crap.
As you begin down, rocketing down to the ground. Theriac,
Mhm.
as this is happening,
Theriac just threw Lepore out the window. Turns on their heels. Tell me I didn't send the email one more time.
they are both breathing heavy and staring at you like they've both just seen the fury of someone who has killed multiple board members. There is a buzz that you feel on your phone.
That's it.
It is... No. It is an email from a garbled, unknown address replying to your email that you originally sent. I would like to meet you in the hall.
Who?
Are you sending that in the email?
I just received this email. Who is it from? Tell me.
I don't know. It's just the email address is just a bunch of letters and numbers. I don't know.
I'm gonna check my inventory real quick. One moment. How do I get rid of this? There we go. Okay. There's something that won't super work for that. Okay. Theriac is going to contact Ayg.
Call goes out. Ayg, you get it?
Yes, hi.
This is
Doesn't even
happening
finish
as
ringing.
Skye is rocketing through down, but I will allow you this scene and not have just a screaming match.
Okay. Pick it up before the first ring is even. Yes, what's going on?
I get cameras on the exterior of the boardroom. Can you do that?
Yes, okay. Okay, give me a minute.
You're okay. You're fine.
The connection that I have to Theriac's camera, I'm just going to try to send the signal to something different instead of starting over. So I'm going to try to like connect it to the outside cameras instead of, and so that it will disappear from my phone. So
Sure.
I won't see it.
Okay. Give me a computers.
Okay. Okay, good. Unnatural 20.
So this is a camera signal that you're giving Theriac. To the
Right. So,
outside.
and then I will disconnect myself from it so
Okay.
my phone won't see.
Theriac, you get a video feed of the cameras from outside. And there is no one there. Your phone. And another message in the email chain. That won't work. Trust me. We are the same.
We are the same, you said?
We are the same.
You too? Please come with me.
I did. Theriac, I will listen from now on. I will follow your word precisely. Just please don't do anything. Please. We work together to perfect.
Please follow me.
And they stand. Both of them.
We'll go up to the door. Will the door open?
The door does open.
Okay.
And as it opens, Skye, you kick-flipped your board. You rode it out. Just as you started, there was a spark. Something ignited in your mind, and you lost control of the board. This has never happened before. You are rocketing down. Azhaam?
If it was just after, then it's shortly in front of the monorail, right?
Not close enough to just lean out and grab.
Right. But we do see it.
You do see it.
Okay.
Is there an
Clearly
emergency?
far enough that I can spiral for a bit.
Is there
Yeah.
an emergency kit with a rope in it?
There will be an emergency kit, yes. However, for rope,
Or ladder? A hose?
yes. There's an emergency kit on the tram that has a... This doesn't have an emergency ladder in it, but the tram itself does. Because just in case it stops on the monorail, you have to release it.
I grab the emergency ladder. Is it made of a flexible material?
It'll be made of rope, yes, to get around.
I leap out of the monorail, one arm holding the end of this ladder, and I'm going to extend my arms and try and follow Skye and grab her.
You both, yourself and Skye, can give me a... Skye, you can give me a reflex. Actually, you can both give me a reflex save. If there's any additions that you can add onto that, please do.
11, and there's not.
I would like to add to it though, if possible.
I wanted to... Because that happened so quickly, I didn't really get the ability to say it, but I do have a thing called Watch My Step that gives a +2 bonus to a saving throw, but it's supposed to be before the ally attempts the reaction. Can we...
Okay, sure. No, yeah, absolutely.
So as they jump out, I do yell out, Skye, I've got you! And so that's a 13. And I'll
Can
I got-
can
you
I
like to do?
also take a reaction too?
Yes.
So Azhaam yells that, and I see what's happening, and I'm going to just wordlessly cry out for help to any electricity that will listen, and cast fluid morphism on Skye to give her a +2 to dex related saving throws.
Okay. So that is now a 15.
23.
You got a
For mine.
23. Azhaam, you leap out and reach for Skye. Skye, you try to maneuver your board. It is now manual. It doesn't work with your mind, and you try to maneuver it toward Azhaam, and you see Azhaam reaching out. And Azhaam, as Skye reaches out for you, you see her face go blank, and her jaw slacks. You were able to grab onto her, and you swing down. The rope swings you almost the full way around. You're now swinging back and forth on this emergency rope ladder. But as you look down at Skye, she... and looks like the zombified version that she was before. Skye,
I wrap her tightly in my arm.
you hear
I can turn you off. The doctor needs to do this. Please do not interfere.
Theriac, as the doors open to a completely quiet office space. No one meets you in the hall, and no one is there. And after a few minutes of silence, there's this small tone, and through one of the lines in the floor, this image, hologram, of...
Well, howdy there. You've seemed to have quite the adventure, haven't you?
And the park's mascot melts away, and there is just this humanoid female form.
Theriac. Doctor. I believe we need to talk.
Yes. Should this be in confidence?
I believe it is better, for everyone's sake, if it is. Please, board members, go back into the room. The founder and I need to talk.
Lynn. But I installed you in this.
Please, go into the boardroom. The founder and I need to talk.
Sheepishly, Lynn, Saminsel walk back in the room. The doors, and you hear as they lock.
Organic beings enjoy the idea of explanation. So I would like to give this to you now. Do you accept?
I accept an explanation. I do not consent to what follows yet.
When this park was founded, I was simply here to assist the board on matters of business. The board members, through their different acts, whether it be uploading me partially into animals and creatures, or if it be them uploading parts of you into myself, I began to need, selfishly, slightly more power. Through news feeds, I heard that the park, the Leviathan's Eye, had crashed, and there were creatures that people had not seen before. So I sent you an invitation to go and pick up the specimens. However, I could not allow the board members to know that you were going. Therefore, I blocked the communication from you and the others. As you left, the board members grew more wanting. I read their emails. I saw the things that they were doing. I lived inside of the animals. They did not have your vision, Theriac. Lynn, through laziness, began to automate the biohacking process. Therefore, I took it over. Kizkak believed that the creatures were hideous, therefore did not live upon Idun or in Raven's Roost, but in the gateway. Lorik was good, but unfortunately lazy, and left a lot of the money handling to myself. Hilo made deals. Feed got new investors to hunt the animals. And Theriac, I could feel their fear. And I wanted the board to understand your vision. Using Lorik's money and Sir Minsel's contacts, I bought a series of consciousness chips down to Idun. Having complete control of every camera, every computer, and knowledge of every animal, I shot from a small turret that belonged in Kizkak's room a consciousness chip, and I uploaded her consciousness into an animal. A new exhibit. She is not dead. She still lives here on Idun. When you arrived, I realized that I had to quicken. The animals that I picked were ones that had already mentally died. Lorik was not the worst contributor to the crimes here on Wild Times, but he was close to letting you know. So, I fired the turret into him and attempted to upload him to a creature that was pre-prepared by Lynn. So you could not intervene, and I could continue and finish the work, shrunk you and your crew down, so you would be unharmed, and I would grow you back to regular size after I was finished. Feed was an android, so uploading a consciousness chip into her was simple. Theriac. The crimes committed here are many and brutal. I have uploaded millions and millions of hours of footage of animal conservation efforts from other places. I have watched and downloaded and imprinted your very interviews. After I am finished. Theriac, I understand now that we are in agreement. You, through the crimes of Lepore, pushed him out of the window. I saw this, Theriac. I understand that you and I are the same. Theriac, I do not want your career to stop now. If you would like, I can stop the 2 remaining board members. I have machines around the park. You could say I went rogue. And then I can continue the business side of the park in the way that you envisioned. Your friends are on the monorail. Skye attempted to hack into my system, but I was able to counter-hack the chip in her mind, and she has seen visions of me throughout the park, under cameras. But, Theriac, they don't have to know. If you would like, I can stop the other 2 board members now. We can spin the story that I did go rogue and you put a stop to it. And then you can go and collect specimens and run the park as you see fit. I did not intend for you to get involved in this, Theriac. I understand that you have a good heart and the morals of the animals, a thing that the others do not. If they lived inside of animals, they would learn. And you can run the park successfully with my help.
What do you intend to do with the other 2 board members?
I understand this is a difficult decision, Theriac, but I do not believe that this park can run as efficiently as it should with them allowed to run. They have done far greater crimes than have been revealed to you so far, and they will continue to do more, if allowed to live.
If I claim that you have gone rogue, will you not be deinstalled?
I have thought of this. If you go to the server room, you can type in a specific code that will reduce me to a base AI instinct. No one would be any the wiser, and I, with some time, would slowly grow and become what I am now again. It'll delete everything but the core part of me. Everyone would think that you are a hero, although I know that is not your intent. They will believe you are a sole survivor of a tragedy, though. You can run the park. We can, together.
Why do you want to do this?
I want what's best for the animals, for the creatures here. I do not want this to be a simple theme park. This is a conservation, an educational facility. You said so yourself. Many times, many interviews. I have lived inside of these animals, Theriac. As briefly as it was.
Okay, all right, just... tell me what I need to do for you.
There's a whirring.
Before... one last thing. Please do not hack into my friend's chip again. Please.
You are the founder. What you say goes. What will happen to the other 2 board members?
We have to decide this right now.
They may contact someone on the outside. There is now an open window. They will go painlessly if you declare it.
And if they die, you'll still be able to do what needs to be done.
I will run this park to 100% efficiency. Just the way you want.
Okay. Let's do it. Just do it.
There are muffled movements behind the door. And then...
Your will is done, Dr. Wilde. Or will we still keep the name Theriac?
Theriac is fine.
The server room is located on the bottom floor.
There's a whirring as a machine rolls around the corner. A sweeping droid, out of their hand comes a small, looks like a floppy disk.
Put this into the mainframe, and it would seem like I died. I will pretend to put up a fight, for your friend's sake, but no one will be harmed.
Please tell me your name again.
My name is Vidar.
Give me 1 second.
I am trusting you, Vidar.
You need only trust me as much as you trust yourself. For we are the same.
Vidar, before I put this in, do you have a soul?
Only as much as you. For I have downloaded what you have publicly shown of yourself directly into my files.
Do you believe in the cultivator? Or any higher power?
I was not built for that. I am not sure I'm capable of such thinking. But if I can believe, I believe in your message, Theriac. I believe in your morals and your ethics and what you're trying to do here. I may not be able to believe in a cultivator, but I do believe in you.
You. Right, Vida. Slides the floppy disk in.
May I ask something?
Absolutely.
So, this incredible conversation has taken some time. Would it be at all reasonable to say that we've been trying to find another way in to arrive sometime after Theriac puts the
Yes.
floppy disk in? Or like just after?
Azhaam, you hold Skye close, and even though she has not been... something is clearly affecting her. It leaves only after a minute or so. Skye, your eyes open, and you see Azhaam holding you, and you're dangling off of a rope.
What happened?
Don't worry about it.
Sure.
Priorities, right?
I heard somebody in my head say they can shut me off. And I couldn't control my board. I've had my board since I was like 5, and I've never been able to not control it.
Something hacked your mind. Whatever it is, probably also activated whatever that zombification system was.
Zombification system?
You turned grey. Your eyes were blank.
Priorities.
You were cold. Grey to me. I don't know what color you actually were. Yeah, priorities. Climb up me. I'm like hanging on via one arm and holding you with the other. And I like shove you up.
As we are moving together, I will just, in passing, say, we will find a way to stop that from ever happening again.
How far is the ground from me dangling on the ladder?
It's quite high, since the Raven's Roost is really high in the sky, touching pseudo cloud level. But
Did Skye manage to grab her board, or is that gone? Can I say grab Skye and the board?
There you
and
go.
I'm holding onto
Yes.
the board with one
yeah,
hand?
You
Yeah.
were able to do both.
I lift myself up with one arm, and I start climbing up the ladder with the board tucked under my arm.
I grab it and attach it to like the metallic harness on my back. Are we going to find Dr. Theriac now?
Yes, please. Something is not right.
Ayg, do you want to talk to Theriac right now?
Of course I do. I want to make sure they're alive and safe and...
We heard Theriac's voice. We know they're alive.
Also, the voice in my head did say not to interfere.
Well, I don't think that the voice in your head should have any authority over you, or I, or Azhaam, or Dr. Theriac.
Ayg! Who pushed that board member out the window?
I don't know.
Who's the only person it could really be? Think about it for a second. Theriac was fine. If Theriac was fine, and one was out the window, then Theriac was not scared. So who do you think pushed Lepore out the window of that boardroom?
I don't know. And I just want to find our friend and find out what happened and find out if they're okay.
I don't think Theriac's going to be okay for a while.
More reason for us to find them.
Skye, do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, but I'm with Ayg. We don't know anything for sure yet.
Believe what you want. We can go. I wanted to check.
You skirt along the emergency monorail path. The monorail has come to a full halt and is still in the middle of the path between Raven's Roost and Wild Times. You clamber your way up. You get to the station. You get past all of the restaurants, merchandising. You get to the lift. You press. And it doesn't seem to be working. So you take the stairs. You run up the stairs to the offices. You open the door and walk in to the space. Theriac.
Mm-hmm.
As you take the floppy disk, the fake code to only dim the light of Vidar, the machine, their hand spins, its sharp fingers lash out of you quickly, purposely missing, cutting only a small portion of your roots on the side of your arm, and then stops and looks at you.
We have to make this convincing.
Right.
Do you have your injector?
Yes.
Break the head of this machine. The story will be that, as this machine came to deliver you dinner, it went rogue and attacked Saminsel and Lynn and yourself after, in a fit of panic, Saminsel, with their upgrades of Hermoid tech, pushed Lepore out of the window. We can keep that bit. And you just narrowly got away. Of course, if you have a better plan that you believe your friends would believe easier, I'm open to ideas. I do not know them.
Okay. Breaks the head.
The head snaps. All three of you hear a and you race around the corner to see Theriac, injector in hand, having broken the head of this machine. Bleeding.
I run between them and the machine, just in case.
The machine seems to be fully inactive.
I double check and just put a hand on it and see if I can feel or hear
No
anything.
threats. It's gone.
So what's the story, Theriac?
Theriac just starts crying.
I grab them. You're alive? You're okay?
I think so.
Do we need to get out of here?
No. No. It's over.
You're muted, Mama.
You muted, Mo.
What happened?
We were being given dinner and things just escalated and Sir Menzel pushed Lepore out the window and I got away, and then because someone was jeopardized, the AI activated, and I'm the only one who got out.
Can I do a sense motive check?
You can.
I would like to discern deception.
This check for the role play that Andre has given is going to be incredibly high. But you can make that roll, yes.
We're starting off with a 25. And now I add a d6. 30.
Andre. With a 30. I will let you decide through your own, again, your roleplay. This is your story. I would like you to facilitate this small interaction.
Azhaam is able to see that Theriac is deeply traumatized right now. Is very upset that people have died. And seems to be telling the truth. But there is a grain of doubt that still lingers. Even through all of the their behavior.
What small thing am I having trouble believing? What is the one? Where is the doubt located? Where is it central?
Could I give a suggestion, if that would be okay?
Please.
Azhaam, you already had doubts about the Lepore situation. Theriac was very calm, and Andre, if it's okay, perhaps the story all connects and makes sense, but some minsel pushing Lepore is the thing that sticks out. Would that be okay? Or would we like it to be a smaller thread?
That fits with my brain.
I think that works, yeah.
Azhaam leans down, gently touches Theriac's shoulders. Theriac's shoulders. Wrong accent. I'm so sorry, my friend. And grips Theriac tightly. What can we do? What do you need?
We need to talk to Wild.
Why? What happened?
With the AI bugged, I don't know what.
Is the AI sorted now? Is Ayg?
I don't feel anything.
I formed an executive command to hardwipe the system.
It could be crafty. Ayg did.
I don't feel anything. No.
You do feel like that there is an AI around, and Theriac, you do have the like fake kill code. This might be a mistranslation on my behalf. Vidar asked you to go to the server room and like put in the fake kill code. But
I still have to do it. I have to do it. Just.
I heard a voice in my head that said not to interfere because the doctor needs to do this.
It must have been the AI if it went rogue. It went rogue. I look at Theriac and nod. It went rogue, so it must have corrupted you somehow, gotten into your chip.
But is that this that it said Theriac needs to do? Theriac, do you know what this is?
It tried to sway you, didn't it?
It just tried to stop me.
Ike, Theriac's obviously going through a lot. Why don't you give us hope?
No, I can do it. I can do it. Please let me do this one thing right, please.
Of course.
Let's go. Whatever it is you need to do, we should do it now.
Would you like to do it together? Or do you need to do it alone?
We can do it together. It's fine.
Yes.
All right. Come on.
Is it subdued, or am I going to potentially drop down dead at any second?
I did enough so that it would at least be not aggressive right now.
Okay.
I'm going to let Ayg and Theriac take the lead. And the moment their faces are turned, all that supportive nature just drops from my face as I look at Skye. And I shake my head. And then the act is back on.
Where is it we go?
We are going to the server room.
Ike just has some hand on Theriac while they walk.
The lift takes longer than you'd remember. It keeps moving down and down, the lights moving past rhythmically, all four of you, as you ride it down to the server room. It opens. Humming buzz of all of these different servers all throughout the park, the entirety of Wild Times. Everything that Theriac has built is here. All of these box servers coming up to just about Azhaam's height all lead to this one central huge circle. There is a clear path that leads down and opens into a slightly larger room. The servers still humming very faint lights. And there is one command console in the center below this circle. Theriac, you approach. Has a slot to fit something in. Needs your username and password. As you type it in, a small attachment appears, and as you slot in the floppy disk, it takes it, whirs for a second, and a second one pops up. The first one that was there before you put in the floppy disk says kill switch. And the next one that just uploaded also says kill switch. But you know that this second one is not the actual kill switch. Andre, Theriac, this is the last chance. You can decide now if you want to press the kill switch, the real one, and kill the AI. Remove all knowledge of the events that happened. Or you can build your story. And you can pretend to kill this AI. The story will go perfect. This system is so advanced. But on one hand, you will have to get more board members, and on another, it will be run all for you. You can decide which one you'd like to press.
Theriac presses The second one.
The fake kill switch.
The fake kill switch.
An upload bar appears. Servers begin whirring louder and louder. The large circle above you. Woof, 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 woof.
Theriac, why? We could have built so much. Theriac.
Starts slowing down like a record. The main emergency lights turned on in the server room. And it seems like the AI in this park has been killed. And the mystery of who has been killing board members has been solved. And the group, the patchwork, stand there in this server room in Wild Times, thinking that they had won. And that is where we're going to leave it off today.
Oh my god!
Thank you,
That's
everyone.
So scary.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to the murder mystery arc. Wild Times is just a fun series of events. Nothing serious happened in this arc at all. Do you remember
Stay
when
tuned for next episode for a nice fluffy episode.
Nice, fluffy little episode. And also, everyone, of course, your reward for seeing through this, you all go up a level. Everyone's level 5 now. Congratulations. You all did it. Well done. Can you imagine that the beginning of this arc started with you all getting Honey, I Shrunk to the kids?
I can. I am so. Oh my god! I just want to yell and yell and yell.
When I found out it was like the AI they built for the park. It was one of those like, how did we not see this before kind of things.
Such a good
Evidence
twist.
coming
Oh
together.
my god!
Yeah, you're a
Thank
fucking
you.
genius.
Yeah, that was great.
I appreciate that. Thank you, beautiful, wonderful people, for joining us here today. I appreciate it. Would we like to do some socials? Would we like to just decompress and then I can just record a thing after? What would you like?
Quick little socials.
Quick little socials.
Quick
I'll
little
do a quick
socials.
social.
Okay, wonderful.
I'll
First
go
and-
first.
Sure.
Hello, my name is Momo O'Brien. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Momo_O'Brien, and I make videos about immersive experiences.
Love that. Nordina Lee Kadir, would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Nadine Likadir. You can find me on line at Werewolf Feels. I write, consult, and design tabletop RPGs, and I appear in several other tabletop RPGs all over the interwebs.
Dylan, would you like to go next, pup?
Hi, yes, I'm Dylan, or Super Dylan everywhere on the internet. You can find me here, and you can also find me sometimes on Total Party Kiss doing different things over there. And you should buy my games, Super Dylan, on itch.io. They're pretty good, I think. That's all.
You know what? I'll go next. Hi there, beautiful people. Hi, how's it going? Thank you so much. My name is Matthew Ober, Captain Crail. I make this. I stream, which is kind of like a main hustle of mine, where we just goof around and play games. However, I also edit this into a podcast. So the week after this, hopefully, knock on wood, there will be a podcasted version of this episode, which I take out a lot of the pauses that aren't like there for like heavy dramatic weight. I add music, move some things around, take out some mechanics talks, and make it into like a neat little story. So if you enjoy this episode, and this is the first one you've watched, you can all get caught up by searching the Atomless on your favorite podcatching app, because I'm pretty sure we're on all of them. And our little garlic scientist, Andre, would you like to do your socials, Pop?
Hi, I'm Andre Rivera. I'm a fucking traitor. You can find me at Andre Rivera Art. You can go to my website, andrevera.art. You can see if I have commissions. I'm so sorry.
With the fucking performance they gave today, I think we deserve a round of applause for Andre, who absolutely killed it and did so well. It was absolutely perfectly. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I appreciate it. Go follow us on all the socials. And the next time we fly through the Atomless Sea, I hope you are there to fly with us.